There was a lot of speculation, Chris, good to see you, beforehand when we were chatting, of whether you were going to sort of get drawn into Liam's back and forth, and you were a pretty cool customer up there.
Yeah, listen, I'm not a kid. I'm not a schoolboy, and that's the type of things that he has been saying online. It's schoolboy insults, and it's embarrassing. I'm not going to lower myself to that, and I'm definitely not going to let it affect my mood or my energy. Like I said, I'm just going to make him eat his words.
A lot of talk about you going into the lion's den, but it seems that that's not going to bother you and something that you're going to embrace.
No, I mean, listen, I've done it many times before, and I'm sure I'll do it many times after this. Going into an away crowd, it's fun. It gives me a boost. Like, it excites me knowing that there's people out there that want me to lose, because it gives me that extra drive. If everyone's there expecting you to win and wanting you to win, it's kind of like, all right, well, there's no sauce, there's no fire. I like a little bit of spice, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So far, sorry, Johnny, I know you want to ask a question. I just want to ask, we've seen what you've done with Eubank Jr. in terms of training. You have done everything that he's asked of you in your fight so far. What are we going to see on December 11th? Are we going to see a little bit extra from you? What are we going to see?
Yeah, I'm pulling out all the stops in this fight. This is the big one for me for this year, and I'm putting everything together in one package, and I'm gonna go out there and take this guy out.
John,
looking at what you've done in your career, do you think Liam should be in there with somebody like you? What dangers does he bring?
I mean, listen, every fight is dangerous. Anyone who wants to win, anyone who has the desire to be something in the sport is a danger. He does have that desire. If he didn't, he wouldn't have got in there and gone 12 rounds with Andrade. So, he's game. He's game. But that's just not going to be enough to take away, what I'm going to do.
Do you feel a pressure to produce a real statement to go on to the bigger fights?
Yes, I mean, I say every time, you have to make a statement every time I go out there. But in this fight in particular, with everything that's potentially there in 2022, I have to go out there and perform and make a statement and look better than Andrade did against him.
You look well. You look happy. How is training going?
Good. Yeah, I'm close to fight weight already. I'm only 6 pounds over the weight at the moment. With 3.5 weeks to go. Took a little break, week or two off after the last fight, and then straight back in the gym. I think this is the first time in a long time that I've kind of come off a fight and then gone straight back into a camp.
Does that feel good?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, there's no, you don't dip too far away from your peak. So I've come back into the training camp, and I'm already at a good level. So now I'm going to be able to reach a higher peak before this.
Would it be your choice of opponent, giving it down to your word? Wouldn't it be that your choice in the direction you want to go in regards to the Golovkins, XYZ? Would Liam be somebody that you would say, all right, that's the right opponent, puts me in the right direction?
You know what? This has become personal. Now it's like I just want to go in there and beat him up.
Why?
And I don't want to fight him when I have a world title. I don't want to give him that opportunity.
Wow.
So I'd rather take him out. I'd rather give him his lesson before I become a world champion than have that fight be made when I get a world title.
But on the flip side for Liam, he's seeing that he could derail all those plans on December the 11th.
That's what he's saying. That's, I'm sure, what he's planning, but that is not what's going to happen.
So you said up there that you think you're going to embarrass him. How are you going to do that?
Listen, I'm going to hit him with every shot in the book over and over again until he quits or he gets stopped. That's how I'm going to embarrass him.
It's going to be a good fight, isn't it, Johnny? What was your take up there? Because obviously, you know.
I actually liked, and before I said that, I know Roy's introduced some amazing menu to your ability. I think it's your third fight with Roy, yeah. And I know you're fit, you're strong, you like to get in there and be in front of an opponent. But Roy's kind of tamed you to say, look, I want you to box and bash. So would you be tempted to fight fire with fire, or are you going to have that right in your ear to say, no, I want you to box, I want you to beat him up, I want you to keep on the end of the jab because we're setting our stall out for the big fights there?
It's going to be hard. It's going to be a challenge because of the way I feel about this man. I want to get him. So there may be points in the fight where I should step off or I should do something which Roy is telling me, but I'm going to want to just go in there and tear him up.
And what are you going to do at that point?
Well, you guys will have to wait and see.
I've seen the argument. I think when you watched Mark Morrison, it was that situation at times. You could see you were second thinking, just go in there and jump on him, and then Roy had that influence of to say, come on, we're building blocks here for bigger fights ahead. And this is probably one of those, because now it's not just physical, it's emotional, it's mental. To think, right, I've got to stick to the game plan.
Yeah. It's going to be a challenge. There's going to be points in the fight where I'm going to have to decide what to do. When I do Roy style, whether I do my style, whether I do a combination of both. But we're covering all the bases, and I'm very confident it's going to be a hell of a fight.
I'm not a fan of asking fighters this, especially when it's only a few weeks ago, but if you could give me a prediction now, if you will, how do you see it going? You said it won't go the distance, stars are going to gel, could be fireworks. What are you predicting?
I don't think it'll go 12 rounds. With the style he has, he gets hit too much, and I don't think he can take 12 rounds of punishment. So I believe he'll either quit or he'll get stopped, and I'm gonna do my utmost to make either one of those happen.
Best of luck, Chris. We'll see you no doubt over the next few weeks. You'll be seeing him later on this afternoon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Johnny's filming a Gloves Are Off this afternoon. I cannot wait for that. That is going to get tasty, isn't it?
You know what? The last question I've got is, where's the goal from?
That is a secret.
I'd say run, because it's going to be off your back before you go.
That's a secret. Everyone's going to have one of these.
Take
A bit of advice this afternoon in Sky Studios: don't put it on the back of your chair, because it'll be off before you know it. Good luck with it. Thanks for talking to us, Chris.
See you later.
Oh.